somebody sees you. Somebody will never leave you. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. God only knows how it's killing you. But there's a kind of love that God only knows. God only knows what you've been through. God only knows what they say about you. But God only knows the real you. There's a kind of love that God only knows. For the lonely, for the ashamed, the misunderstood.
Hey everybody, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Friday morning. Welcome to episode 1305. This conversation brought to you, powered by ketones. Ketones, they do your body right. Ketones are a signaling molecule and they significantly help your brain with all kinds of challenges. It's an upgrade of the hardware of your brain. So, hey, listen, this morning we're going to have a conversation. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to have a conversation about your dreams. And this month of September is about distraction. And how do you deal with distraction? How do you avoid distraction? How do you keep yourself from getting lost in distraction? Well, here's the thing. Let's break it down, right? You want something. And if you don't get the something, you got distracted from the something, right? Pretty fundamental. So now my question to you is, why would you get distracted from something you want? Because there's not clarity in it. There's a wish, there's a want, there's a wonder, there's a maybe, there's a possibility, it could happen. So if I were to turn the mic over to you right now, and say, please talk about your dreams for the next 20 minutes. Could you talk about your dreams without a lot of delay, without a lot of doubt, without a lot of distraction? Could you tell me the plan you have laid out for it? Could you tell me the philosophy you have behind it? Can you tell me the why that's bigger than the why? Can you start to tell me where you might have some hiccups that you're prepared to overcome? Can you tell me what you'd have to learn to say no to? Can you tell me the feeling that you're in? Can you tell me how much gratitude it's going to require? See what I'm saying here? See what I'm asking you? The universe is only asking for you to become clear on your dream. Follow me on this. Follow me. You ready? Follow me on this. Here we go. My question to you is, how far away is your dream? Literally, how far away is it? If I were to ask you to visualize your dream, is it way off in the distance? If you closed your eyes, how far away is your dream? If you started to speak about it, how tuned in on the radio station of the frequency of your dream would you get tuned in on? Right? Remember your favorite radio station if you've ever traveled by car? Do you know when your favorite radio station or a station that you're tuned into, you're starting to leave the connection area, right? Welcome to, I don't know, WIIFM Radio 100, powered by 1,000 watts, powered by 100,000 watts. They tell you the strength of the radio station. Right? Usually those are AM radio stations that are telling you the strength of the radio station. Powered by 100,000 watts here on WIIFM. So now the question is how far can you travel from your vision before you lose connection? How quickly does the static of life show up? You follow me? How quickly does the static of life show up? Pretty darn quick for many people. Most people can't talk about their dreams for 5 minutes. They can talk about the things they want. They can talk about the things they about, the things they like, it's like, I want to have like a lot of money, I want to be able to travel, I want to be able. The universe doesn't speak in like. The universe speaks in love and joy and beauty and wisdom and over the topness. Good morning, original something. I can't see. Anthony. I don't know. I need to get really close because the letters are small. I don't wear glasses to read. But anyway, so good morning, original underscore. How long could you talk about your dreams? You ready for the next thing? This just downloaded to me. You ready for the next question? How much of your day is spent not talking about your dreams? How much of your day is spent avoiding the discussion? You ready for the next big question? Here's the next big one. Drop an L in the chat if this makes sense. How many people around you are willing to listen to your dreams? See, a lot of the people around you have to hear your dreams. There's very few people who will listen to your dreams. They have to hear it, which is why we have this phrase, which is why we have in training, we say, get out of their ears and into their eyes. See, I'm seeing L's in a variety of places. It's hard when you have your dreams to talk about them and have nobody listen to your dreams. It's rather frustrating, isn't it? To have your dream be spoken and not be heard. So now another question. If you haven't realized by now, I teach through questions, not through answers, not through shoulds, not through woulds, not through coulds, not through here's what I did and you could do it. No, if I could do it, you sure as hell can't do it. Because you can't do me. I can only do me. You can only do you. So it's rare that you'll hear me say, if I could do it, you could do it. Now, if we're working on similar projects and you've been in similar places that I've been in, then I might utter those words. Listen, here's what I did on my journey. But the reality comes down to this. You're on your journey. I'm not on your journey. And the first time I say you should do this, I should be shot. Because if I ever utter the words, if I did it, you could do it. If I created success, you could create success. Dr. Freud of the lobby, did he just say sex twice? If I created sex, you could create sex. Back to the program. We now return you back to your previously scheduled program called The Daily Awakening, brought to you by Ketones. Here's the point. I could never do what you do. You could never do what I do. We live in two different worlds. Everybody lives in their own world. There is no economy out there. There's only your economy. I can give you guidance of what might work based upon where your economy is. What do you mean where my economy is? Is your economy in poverty? Is your economy in stress? Is your economy in growth? Is your economy in abundance right now? See, most people think about economy, about the exchange of dollars. No, It's not about the exchange of dollars. Here's what I know. Most people will get by. Just want to get by with a little help from my friends. You'll get by. The moments where you thought things were going to fall apart and the world was just going to collapse, you got by. You made it through. Why? Because necessity is the mother of all inventions. How long can you talk about your dream? Can you paint the picture? If I close my eyes, will you be able to visionscape me a new image of your dream? And if I were to ask you, what color shoelaces are in your shoes? What color are heels are on your shoes? How tall are the heels on your shoes? How many diamonds are in the ring that you want? How many thread count are on the sheets in the room in the master suite of your dream home? I'm assuming you're going to put sheets on your bed, aren't you? What thread count will you use? Will it be Egyptian cotton? Have you slept on silk sheets before? Listen, a lot of times people say, I want all of this. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to give away money. And I tell them, I have a friend of mine says, I want to give away money like candy. I said, well, great. Go throw pennies out at the gas station. We always think it's got to be this huge, major, massive amount. And the universe says, are you ready to start now? So if you want silk sheets, go buy a silk pillowcase. Oh, it's $70. Well, the sheets are $500. The reason you'll never sleep on silk sheets is because you don't really, really want to sleep on silk sheets. You don't want to sleep on 1,000 thread count cotton sheets. Egyptian cotton. You will never know the feeling. That's why we tell you when we're up on stage there and you're listening to us at your events, when people say, go sit in the car of your dreams, go smell the leather, go feel what it feels like to wrap your hands around the wheel, and then do your best to record that memory so that when you get home and you wrap your hands around the wheel, who remembers The Secret? And the guy in the room with the elephant, remember the elephant? And he wraps his hands around the wheels and he's going, right? Can you get me to wrap my hands around the wheel of your dream car? Can you tell the story that well? Remember the thing, remember the phrase, remember what we say in public speaking, stories sell, facts tell. How many facts do you have about your dream? Have you linked them together in a story? We were watching Jim Quick this morning in meditation, and he did something called the linking method, where he had us remember 10 words, which turned out to be the 10 first elements of the periodic table. Anybody want to remember those in the VIP chat? You want to type them down without looking at your notes? Do you want to type them down? Can you type them down, all 10 words? All right. Fire hydrant, balloon, batteries, all those things. All right. So I'm saying this to say the idea that your whole entire life should be spent speaking of your dreams should be one of complete joy. It would serve you well to speak of your dreams always. What if you were to speak about your dreams as a story? There was this little girl who grew up one day and she wanted to have her own horse farm, and she worked every day on building her horse farm. She became an author. She became a speaker. She became an amazing servant to thousands of people in her business. She started this little side gig thing from home, and all of a sudden it turned out to be, because she found the right people and stayed in long enough, she found people who were as passionate as her about health, as passionate as her about their finances, as passionate about crypto. She found all of these people who were absolutely dedicated to having more, dedicated to creating success. And in doing so, not only was she able to build the house of her dreams and take care of her children in a way she never thought possible, she was able to pay for her grandkids, right? If you just start telling the story, what you do is you activate the reticular activating system. Do you know what the RAS is? Out of the 20 million bits of data, think about 20 million bits of data. The largest arena, the largest soccer arenas or football arenas that they call them in Latin America hold 120,000 people. That's 100,000 people. The Cowboy Stadium, I think, holds 98,000 people. It's a huge stadium. Think of 20 million bits of data per second. Per second. You are flooded with opportunities for success. You are flooded with ideas of greatness. Do you know why they seem to slip away? Do you know why Napoleon Hill says in his book, Think and Grow Rich, when you find the secret, wink, wink, when you find the secret, nudge, nudge, when you understand and the secret jumps up and slaps you in the face and says, here I am, and you start to use this secret, that is, it's as close as your skin right now. Yet when you decide to use it, when you decide that you want to see it, when you, Sean, I want to see it. No, the wanting only gives you more wanting. When you see this secret, you activate the reticular activating system at a different level. And the 20 million bits of data do not change, do not become less, do not become more. The 20 million bits of data, you finally get to see the notions that you're looking for. It's called the reticular activating system. Right now, when you say, I want money, the universe only brings you the wanting. You are filled with want. Your ass is covered up with want. It's not covered up with have. The vibratory state of your body, the law of attraction says, bring me want, baby. Bring me wishing, baby. Applied faith and a decision causes you to say, I have it. When will you have it? Let me ask you, when will you have it? Well, I'll have it in 2 years. No. When will you have it? 2 years from now, it's going to be called what? Now. You just said, you just asked, you just allowed. Hold on just a second, folks. So now the question becomes, if now is now, 2 years from now, now is now. So when is now going to be now for you? It's going to be right now. In understanding this, you have to adapt and adopt yourself and be able to tell your story there, your 2-year story, your 10-year story, your 20-year story. You have to tell it as if it's happening now, because it can only happen now. So are you ready for now? Can you start talking about your story from now until forever for now? That's the big story. That's the big deal. That's the big idea. Can you talk about it now? So, how long can you talk about your story? How long can you talk about your story that's your dream? Are you talking about your dreams or are you talking about your nightmares? Are you talking about what you want or what you don't have? That's the question for you. That's the question I have for you now. So here's what I'm going to suggest for you. Decide today, decide in this moment, decide that you want more of what you want and less of what you don't. And when you do that, you will create success at a level you've never had before, because your dreams start to know you're serious about them coming true. The universe knows that you want more. The universe knows that you need more. The universe knows exactly what you want. Your desire, your passion, your wants, your wishes, they're all true. The question now becomes, when will you allow it to vibrate inside of you? That's the big question. When will you allow it to vibrate inside of you? When will you sit in the vibratory state of this success? It's kind of like fine tuning. Do you ever hit seek on your radio? Do you ever hit seek and let it scan to the next signal that it can pick up? And when it scans and it goes to, and then you hear this radio station, you hear this song playing, your favorite song playing, but it's not clear. And you go back to it. And you go, oh, that's my song. And you know all the words. You know all the words. You know all the words because it's your favorite song. The sound isn't clear. The sound isn't clear. It's staticky as all hell, but you know exactly where it's at in the song. You follow me? So now my question is this. Do you know exactly where you are in the song called Your Dreams? Do you know what verse you're on? Do you know, did the song just start? Is it in replay mode? Is it towards the end? Is it in the middle? Did it just start? Is it on the third stanza? Or is this the one where they talk about this, this, and this? Most people can't tell me that stuff. Why? Because they haven't focused on it. They've been distracted by everything that's not their dreams. So, spend some time getting clear on your vision. Spend some time write it down. Yes, write it down. Should I write it down? I'd write it down. In a journal? Yes, in a journal. On a tea bag? On a tea bag. Wherever you can write it down, write it down. I don't know where the heck a tea bag came from. That's an awfully small vision. I must need some brain tea. All that being said, can you tell me your story for the rest of your life? You may not know all of the strategies. You may not even know all of the stories of the rest of your life. You can have absolute influence on the state of the rest of your life. And if you want that state to be better, if you want that state to be clearer, if you want that state to be exponentially bigger than you ever thought possible, then we need to have a conversation. That's what I do. As a brain trainer, as a neuroencoding specialist, as a self-talk specialist, as an addiction to approval specialist, as a mental toughness trainer, as a hypnotherapist, and for a little credibility, as a 5-time #1 best-selling author. I can help you in that. I've helped thousands of people in languages sometimes I don't even speak, because it's not about the words, it's about the energy. So I hope you have an amazing weekend, a Friday weekend, a Friday. Here it is Friday. The weekend's coming. We get to go to family weekend at the university with Mason this weekend. Tomorrow is the alumni game, and we get to watch the alumni play. And some of the current students will be thrown into the mix, thrown into the grinder of the lacrosse game. So we'll see how that works out. That's tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be fun. My first time, well, I've been on the university a couple of times, but my first time to a college game. I'll be an alumni game, I understand, but I don't know that I've been to any college events before. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting. We're going to do a little tailgating, so that'll be fun. I wish you great success today. And if you want to reach out and have a conversation with me, I think it's calendly.com/brain warrior brain. Warrior Brain. If you do that, if you go do that, you can set up an appointment. There's no fee right now. I don't think I have it set up for a fee. So if you wanted to have a little one-on-one conversation, you can book a time there. I appreciate you so very much. I am your head misfit, Sean Murphy. I'll see y'all where? At the next event. I appreciate you. Love you tons. Hey, Peggy, have a great weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Peggy, reach out to me. Let me get you access to the VIP community. You're part of the family, right? You're part of the family. Let me get you access to the VIP if you want. And I'll get you the link so that you can join us on Zoom. Okay. Thanks, Peggy. Tons. I love you bunch. See you all very soon. Till then, bye for now. And there's Instagram, Finny, and YouTube. I love you tons. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you where? At the next event.